Welcome
to Show 14, Apaches.
Are you ready?
You should be thanking us
for your free pass to catch up on all the homework you didn't do last night.
So take your eyeballs, son, and pay attention to the screen.
Because I'm Coach Wu.
And I'm the Vane. Let's get started.
Seniors, go back to sleeping or Snapchatting. This is for the underclassmen. 9th to 11th graders, do you want to spend your summer at USC? Well, neither do I. But if you do, come to the Career Center at lunch on Friday, February 15th to hear what they got to offer.
Important notice. There's still no peer tutoring in the library. So if you were thinking of getting peer tutoring for the finals, sorry. They'll be back after finals to help you.
Speaking of peer tutoring, if you picked up one of those fancy applications to become a tutor, they're due today at S111. Just a heads up. Are you tired of the 6 APs you're taking right now? I know I am. Please stop by the Counselor of the Day desk as soon as possible if you want to drop them. Dust off the cobwebs off your 2012 to 2013 curriculum guide and refer to page 6 for guidelines.
Do you know how to juggle? Can you breakdance? Or maybe you have some other circus-type talent that you'd like to show off to our school. So if you want to take part in the Winter Pep Assembly this year, talk to Miss Erickson in H4 for more information.
Seniors who applied early decision, please inform the counselor who wrote your letter of recommendation. The counselor will then be able to send the appropriate mid-year report. Also, let them know if you must withdraw your application to the other colleges you applied to.
Next Monday, we celebrate a visionary of many accomplishments, Martin Luther King. Let's go to my main man, RJ Saunders, for more.
Hello and welcome to another edition of the Apache Roundtable. I'm RJ Saunders, and alongside I have David McKinley, Mr. Fox, and Mr. Marston, who will talk about the man and the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King. And Mr. Fox, we'll start with you. Two completely different people around this civil rights era of Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. You could just start talking about the differences between them and why more people wanted to follow Martin Luther King than they did Malcolm X.
Yeah, I think Dr. King represented a more traditional approach to change, and Malcolm X was on the cutting edge of a revolution. And I think most Americans, once the story of the reality of the South got out through the media and to the rest of the country for the most part, were a little bit afraid of the revolutionary nature of what Malcolm X was representing.
Because of the nature of the violence that was being implemented against African Americans, you had to have a peaceful-based movement to be able for it to be successful. If it wasn't peaceful and you fight violence with violence, you start a race war.
When you think of King, you know, usually when you say those words, you usually think of the March on Washington and the I Have a Dream speech. Marston, we'll start with you. How big were those two events in the civil rights movement?
Oh, they were huge. It was absolutely massive. He needed a huge turnout to galvanize African Americans, and he did. And he held that March on Washington, and thousands of people came. And it was not only was it important just in the mere numbers of people showing up, but it was also significant in showing in a numbers game.
That wasn't going to happen unless the events that happened in Birmingham before. When King was arrested and jailed in the Birmingham jail, and then his letter from the Birmingham jail, which was one of the most amazing bits of writing in the 20th century in America, it articulated the inhumanity and the injustice that was occurring on a level that every American could see and understand and appreciate. Because the civil rights movement wasn't going to work if it was just an African American movement. It had to be an American movement, and King knew that. And he was able to express to all Americans, this isn't about African Americans or black Americans, this was about America as a country and some of our values.
I think that it did help, you know, the violence that went along with, you know, towards the African Americans, but it was how they responded to the violence that I think what really captured everyone's attention. How they just came and together in unity and just, you know, they put it all behind them and said, hey, let's pray for these guys. Through prayer, then we can achieve what's unachievable.
Although racism still exists, it's clear. Yeah. But in the South, and I have relatives in the South, my mom grew up in the South, and the times I've gone back to visit, that I meet my elderly relatives who lived and grew up in a virulently racist society that they had no inkling of because it's what they knew. And to meet an 80-year-old man who in all likelihood, although never admitted it, was probably on site at some kind of lynchings or other really horrific events, no longer viewing African Americans in the way that he did. And that's subtle, it's small, but you take that and you multiply that across communities and regions, and I think that's another big thing.
Again, I would like to thank my esteemed panel of analysts. reflecting on Dr. Martin Luther King and his legacy. For all of us, I'm RJ Saunders, and back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, RJ. Are you interested in a summer medical intern program? Were you good at operation when you were a little kid? Well, come to the Career Center and pick up an application for the Eve and Jean Black Summer Medical Career Program. Applications need to be postmarked by January 31st, 2013 for the Cedars Sinai program, and February 22nd, 2013 for the others.
Attention seniors, there's a financial aid workshop tomorrow at the North Gym from 9 to 11 a.m. Please print and bring the FAFSA on the web worksheet or the Spanish FAFSA on the web worksheet. These two worksheets can be located on the AHS Counseling website. Go to College Information and then Financial Aid. In addition, please plan to bring a writing utensil and your last paycheck stub, if possible.
Arcadia High School Chinese Parents Booster Club will be celebrating their 20th anniversary and fundraiser on Saturday, February 16th at the Arcadia Community Center. They got food, performances, and it's going to be a good time. For more information, go to arcadiachineseparents.org.
Hey, Coach Wu.
Yeah?
You know what time it is? Yeah! You didn't see that one coming, Apaches.
That's the effect of budget cuts.
And we're running a double shift.
Apache sports team.
Doing work, son.
You are now watching the Apache Sports Team.
Girls soccer have been showing no remorse towards their competition. They've been making the wins look as easy as doing the Macarena, like this. They scissor kicked the Hoover Tornadoes 6-0 and brutally nutmegged the Pasadena Bulldogs 3-0. Currently, they're 4-0 in league. Keep it up, ladies.
Male soccer has been doing fantastic. They turned their game around. They took out Hoover last Friday, beat them 1-0, and on Monday, they clutched up against the Pasadena Bulldogs and won 4-3. Diego Gonzalez was the MVP for that game with a hat trick. Do you even know what that means? Well, a hat trick is 3 goals, if you didn't know, with the 4th goal an assist from Diego to David Negrojo. Let's go to some soccer players for more.
We battled a couple of injuries. A lot of people came back healthy. One guy was on a trip and he came back, and I think it motivated our team. So we just kind of turned things around and went on a 2-game winning streak.
Senior year is really important for us. We've been here for 4 years. We want to do big things. We want to leave the program on a good note. You know, we've been working really hard, preseason, off-season. We've bonded really well as a team, and as seniors, we feel like we're leaders on this team, and we need to take our game to another level. And if we take our game to another level, the juniors, the sophomores, the freshmen, they'll take the game to another level. So we're really trying to establish a winning foundation with this season. We really want to make CIF. We think we can make CIF. We know we have the talent to make CIF, and if we just keep working hard, we know we'll make it.
They were heading into that game undefeated, so it was definitely the biggest challenger that we had faced up until then. And we hosted them at our house, and it turned out to be in our favor. Diego was on fire. He scored 3 goals, and David on his first touch scored a goal. So we were playing really well as a team, and it showed.
City Hall, 3:30. Arcadia High School Soccer. Be there.
Our very own Estevan de la Rosa has been taking his talents abroad, somewhere far away, like, I don't know, Scotland, to represent America in the 2013 Great Edinburgh Cross Country International Competition. Say that fast 5 times. Let's find out some more.
Well, see, USA Junior National stuff, or even the junior team that goes overseas, they're, as long as they're still 19 years old when the competition happens, then they're eligible to run. So you can be a sophomore in college and be eligible for this. And so he was running up against freshmen and sophomores in college as well as seniors in high school. Considering that he was the youngest guy, he didn't run like the youngest guy. He ran like a seasoned veteran. started out and he was a little conservative, and he waited for the race to kind of come to him. In the middle, he took control of the race, and there was a group of about 15 guys, so he just took the race and started pushing the pace. He actually took the lead for the middle 2,000 meters and even a little bit of the third loop. He was challenged and answered the challenge. There was one American guy who was a freshman in college at Oklahoma State. His name's Craig Nowak. He finished 3rd in the race. ESTEVAN 6th in the race. And there were only 18 guys. The All-Stars from Europe, the All-Stars from United Kingdom, and the American team. As for his high school running, he's planning on not running track this season, but training through and getting ready for cross-country next year. And in my estimation, and I've been telling anybody who will listen, I think ESTEVAN de la Rosa is the best high school runner in the country right now.
All right, good morning, Arcadia High School students. We have a very big game coming up, or a lot of big games coming up Friday against our rival, Crescenta Valley High School. And it is very important that we have a lot of energy in that gym, but it is as important as anything that it is positive energy, that it's focused positively towards our team. And so I want to encourage each of you to attend the soccer games, the girls' basketball games, and then the boys' basketball game after. But make sure we are positive and make sure we are representing ourselves, our community, and our alumni the right way. You guys are awesome. You know how I feel about you. I have every confidence that at Arcadia High School, we do things the right way. Thank you so much. Stay classy, Arcadia.
Apache sports team. No Apaches down.
Thanks, sports team. Life Foundation is offering a Los Angeles County scholarship for $5 grand. Now available online, go to changealife.org. Select College Scholarship, then select Apply Online. Flyers are available in the Career Center.
Foothill Federal Credit Union is offering a $2,000 scholarship to its members who are pursuing a college education. Come to the Career Center to pick up more information and an application. The deadline is March 22nd. However, you must be a Foothill member to apply, so don't delay.
Do you like spaghetti? Well, you're out of luck. But you're still invited to the Marching Band and Color Guard Spaghetti Free dinner performance this Saturday. The shows will be at 5, 7, and 9. Tickets will be sold at the door, and you can ask any Color Guard or Marching Band member for tickets.
Do you like movies?
Do you like Barbosa?
Well, we got them both.
Les Miserables, or Les Mis, if you can't read French like a normal person, is the biggest musical craze to hit theaters since Johnny Depp decided to play Edward Scissorhands dressed as a barber. Well, first things first. The plot follows a paroled ex-con by the name of Jean, played by Hugh Jackman, who reinvents himself from a petty thief to a model citizen. Yet, try as he might, he can't shake Inspector Javert, a dogged lawman who hunts him even as he moves up the ranks and becomes a participant in a Paris student uprising. The music itself is incredibly enjoyable, but you should expect a lot of talk singing and Russell Crowe trying way too hard.
My name is Jean Valjean, and I'm Javert. Do not forget my name. Do not forget me. 24601.
However, the acting is what made the movie shine, with stellar performances from Jackman and Anne Hathaway. The film also manages to have a great sense of style that distinguishes it from the play and the previous film. The major problem that I have with this movie is that the first half sets incredibly high expectations for the second half, but the second half just sort of falls flat. Something like this shouldn't stop you from watching this movie, especially if you love musicals. In the end, I give this movie 8 baguettes out of the oven. Thank you for watching.
And we're back, and now we're leaving.
Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Have a great weekend. I'm Coach Wu.
And I'm the Vane. Study for those finals, Apaches. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Stay classy, Arcadia.
Peace.